Oh
my
boy.
god. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Oh
Welcome
Oh
my
boy.
back
god.
to Curse of Strahd. I can hear myself talking. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to start recap. Alan, can you please do recap?
Yeah, I can do that. Um, so we started with the whole attack on Vallaki from the vampires. Uh, More than likely, almost assuredly, on the orders of Strahd. Um, the party was a little bit divided. Um, Isa was off at the church trying to help with organizing the people a little bit, keep them safe. They realized that the church isn't safe anymore. It's not sanctified ground anymore. The rest of the party just got through fireballing the shit out of some vampires and wolves. And over at the church, of course, the vampires get into the church and attack and everything, and it's a whole lot of chaos. Uh, Isa, Love, Lux, and Irina get out uh, in order to, I guess, keep the vampires in. Irina closes the doors on the church, and they make their way to the burgomaster's house. By this point, the rest of the group had finished with Merkin, all that shit, and we're going to head towards the church because that's the last place that they kind of knew where they were. And especially Wilhelm was worried about Lux, of course. They found out that it's not sanctified ground anymore. Whole lot of bad stuff in there. They go in, um, realize the aftermath of what's going on. Meanwhile, at the burgomaster's house, they burst in, find that the burgomaster and Ismark were drinking the entire time, not even realize with everything that's going on. Isa smacked the taste out of the burgomaster's mouth and was like, "You're a shitty man, and you're even less of a father." It was about to kill him, and close to then is when the other group were signal to come to meet them at the burgomaster's house. Um, they finally get there. Of course, Lux is safe, Love is safe, everybody's good so far, and uh, Isa leaves, and Wilhelm and Arthos are like, "Yeah, let's just we know what to do with this guy." So Arthos stays with the burgomaster in that room, obviously going to eat him, as the rest of the group reconvene to another room
I would
to make
like you
sure
to
that
withdraw your slander, sir.
what slander. I don't remember saying anything other than the truth. Uh, but yeah, Wilhelm was like, uh, "Bon appetit" to
Bone
Arthos.
apple tea.
Arthos was like,
Bon
"Bon
appetit.
appetit." um, and Arthos was like, "Damn, I never had a supersized meal." And he went in on that shit. Was basically made told to make it look kind of like an accident or something happened. Um, the rest of them reconvened to. It wasn't the study. It was I forget the name of the room, but it's downstairs, close to the door. To kind of get back on like what all is going on. They find Victor hidden under the floor. He knows all that's going on with the vampires attacking and everything. His mom's asleep upstairs. We're not going to go into that because I don't want to hear the jokes today. Uh, but all in all, everybody reconvenes. Um, Lady Lydia is happy that her husband's dead because he's an asshole. Um, Arthos gets a nice snack that took him quite a while, and they're trying to figure out what to do next. And let me pull out. I believe that is when what's her name that runs the inn with her husband,
Danica.
Danica. They reconvene with Danica. Wilhelm was like onto them about some shit. Um, Concerning what was going on. They found out that the person digging the graves around the grounds of the church stole the bones to sell them so he could feed his sister, I believe. and that's why the grounds weren't sanctified anymore. Um, they find that out with Danica, and they also find out where the bones are being kept at the coffin maker's house, I believe. Um, Shut the fuck up, Jr. But they found out where the bones were. They go to retrieve the bones. When they get there, the coffin maker is really frantic about something that's going on, which I think there were more vampires in the coffin maker's home. At least that's like how he kind of made it seem like something was going on. Um, but they go in, they retrieve the bones. They give the bones to Danica, who I believe leaves at that point while the rest of them reconvene back at the burgomaster's house. And I believe from there my memory gets a little fuzzy.
That's actually where we left off.
Oh, cool.
So you all make your way back into the burgomaster's home. Lydia has set up the room downstairs for all of you. And she does warn you all that there are only 4 beds in the guest room. Someone is able to take a couch. Irina and Ismark are upstairs in one room. Victor is in his room, and she will be retiring into her room. The evening comes and goes easily. No problems in the night. And you all awaken the next morning. So if you have not done so, please give yourself 1 luck point. So the following morning, you hear noises. You would assume it is the workers going about their business for the day. Arthos, you have heard and seen some of them walking in, cleaning up the broken glass. They don't board up the doors yet until they are certain that you are awake, but they are kind of quietly tidying up the place. And it's pretty quiet inside, almost as if nobody really wants to speak on what happened.
I guess that
Seeing
extends
that,
to us as well.
seeing that they're cleaning up and they're like pretty much waiting on him, like he's just gonna hop out of bed and kind of wander about the house and let them close up the rest of that room.
Yeah, as soon as you head out, you see a couple men just make their way past you. Like they were sitting in the hallway just waiting. As soon as you head out, they head on in and you hear the banging as they're nailing a piece of wood to the window. The rest of you,
Where did Lux and Love sleep last night?
they slept in the other room down here.
Okay.
Hmm.
First things first, gonna check on those two.
Just in case, Lux tries to set the house on fire.
Yeah. Uh,
I will follow you to make sure that does not happen.
No,
this doesn't make you the cool uncle.
You head
Oh,
down.
I was the cool uncle when I gave the doll.
You head down to go check on them, and the children are fine. You see Lux trying to teach Love how to sharpen a weapon.
So proud of you.
Bruh. Why is
And
it so hard to raise a fucking kid, bro?
Love looks a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, but kind of understanding, like, okay, you know, this is how you do this. And you see that there are bandages on the ground. You see that most of them are wrapped around Lux's hands.
Mm.
So you would assume that she's probably cut herself several times sharpening her weapon. So
Isa just looks to Wilhelm. Lux is teaching my child not so great things.
No, what do you mean? She's teaching her survival skills.
She needs a lot more than just survival skills.
She needs a fucking exorcist.
That too.
Maybe
Maybe a therapist.
maybe she could teach her combat skills next.
That no. Wilhelm, in some aspects I respect you, but parental advice, I think we have our differences.
What do you mean parental advice? I've never been a parent.
Exactly. And he's gonna walk into the door. Or walk into the room.
No, I'd prefer you walk into the door. I want to see that.
No.
Boom.
This isn't Home Alone.
So
But yeah.
the girls look up and see the two of you, and Lux is smiling, waving, and Love kind of very awkwardly waves as well. Love gets up and makes her way over to you, Isa. And she takes your hand and just kind of leads you out the front door. She
Okay.
shuts it behind her and just heads to basically the gate. And she turns and looks at you. What are we gonna do about all the dead people?
That's something we'll have to figure out. I don't know if they give proper burials. But right now, my priority is you and keeping you safe. So, those who have already passed, we will figure out a way to honor.
And she sits there just trying to think about what you're saying, and then you see her nodding. But won't they wake up if they bury them?
I think we have ways to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Okay. Well, we should probably go see the others. And she lets go of your hand and heads back inside.
Dude, that's not a kid.
He's growing up too fast. I don't know what to fucking do. But yeah, he's gonna follow her back inside. He's just even more stressed out.
As you're heading in, you notice that there's somebody who's kind of been standing around. Not really standing, but like you've seen him in your 24 hours of being here in Vallaki. You've seen him a lot. Like the other faces are, you would assume, like, okay, yeah, I've seen you in passing, but this person just kind of, they just seem to be there.
Do I know this person from any interactions that I've had?
No.
And where are they? Are they standing outside the gate or around the grounds or?
You see them on the grounds. They look like they're pruning a tree, but they're really not. They're just kind of making the motions.
I'm just going to approach them.
As you approach them, you see them perk up a bit. and throw their shears on the ground and take off running.
That's really suspicious. Okay. Um, did I get like any specific that I don't know like what they look like, their general forms and features?
Yeah, you
There's
were
so much
able
nature.
to pick out who, or at least what they look like. They are a fairly thin man, probably about 5'7", 5'8". Short black hair, the traditional hairstyle that most of the men have here, facial hair. He is in the NPCs. He's dressed well, as you have noticed the people here dress, though their fineries are tattered as well.
He looks sus. But yeah, Isaac's going to keep note of like what he looked like and who he was, and he's going to kind of turn back and go inside the house again. And whenever he gets a chance, just go upstairs and check on Victor and Lydia.
Well, as you actually are making your way in, you do see the two of them coming down the stairs. They seem to have kind of been arguing. Like, they're not saying anything, but you could just look at them and know that they probably had an argument recently.
Mm. Good
And-
morning.
Oh, Isa, hello. How did you sleep? This
Uh,
is Irina.
Well enough. What about you?
Better. She
Is
kind of just
everything all right?
everything will be fine, hopefully. And she looks over at Ismark and he shrugs.
You do realize the last time someone said that vampires attacked the town, right?
That's disgusting, JR.
What the fuck did JR do now?
I deleted it. But yeah, Irina just nods her head at your statement. Yes, I'm well aware of that. And she kind of looks back at her brother and he gives another shrug. And he follows the smell coming from the dining room. You see that there are servers coming in and out bringing food. And what are the rest of you doing?
Newman followed the smell of food.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Lux wrap up her fingers once more and guide her to the food. What was she sharpening, by the way?
An axe.
Thought it was a prison shiv.
You know that was actually what I was expecting too. So, pretty cool.
She's got resources.
Wilhelm, look, I bought some bones from the creepy graveyard man, and I made like 20 shivs. This one's a femur.
It's a female. I could just imagine she stabs her first person. I got a bone to pick with you. I'm so proud of you, Lux. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Wilhelm, look, I made a pickaxe out of this guy's rib cage, his thigh bone, and some of the muscle sinew that I found on the floor after the vampires attack. Are you proud of me?
Did she seem to have a fascination with axes?
Of course she does. She's an orc.
Everyone's an orc after all.
In case you forgot, Wilhelm, she fought Kartag
Hmm.
and she raged.
Mm.
Boy, did she.
I got a thing I'm gonna send you in Discord. I'm gonna see if I'm allowed to do it. But yeah, y'all carry on.
All right, so Noman has gone to get food,
Yes.
and the rest of you?
Arthur's is just kind of wandering around the house. He'll wander towards the direction of food because people are at least going to be there. He's going to make an appearance.
Yeah, Klaus will go and get some food too. A little bit of breakfast.
All right, so all of you make your way over to the dining room. And it takes a while, but you do see Lydia make her way in with Victor. And she nods at all of you and well, here's to a new day. Please, eat. Enjoy yourselves. You're welcome to stay for as long as necessary. Though I must apologize for your first day in Valaki. I'm quite certain that it was a bit of a shock.
I mean, it was quite an eventful day.
Eventful is a word for it.
Hmm.
Well,
Probably not the craziest one of our days.
That's true.
I would say that you can attend the festival for something to do, but I'm going to be honest with you. We're probably not going to have the festival for a while. Honestly, there's nothing else to do here or anywhere else in Barovia, for that matter. We do have a lake, if you want to sightsee. But outside of that, there
Maybe
really
when
isn't much.
maybe when the boredom kicks in, and I realize there is absolutely nothing to do here and no way to get out of Barovia, I can go to the lake and fucking drown. He takes a drink of whatever's on the table.
And she's just
I
like
thought dogs were good swimmers.
She slowly lifts her drink, like takes a sip, just watching you, Klaus, like a little confused. Yes. Okay. Well, if there's anything else that that you all might need from me, please don't hesitate to ask.
We appreciate the hospitality.
Trying to think if there's anything I need. I can't.
Oh, breakfast is uneventful. You see Victor kind of lift his head. He's reading a book. He lifts his head and he's like, Mother, where's Isaac? I need to speak to him if he can go and grab something for me from the apothecary. And Lydia just, honestly, I'm not entirely certain. I didn't see him last night. And she looks at all of you. Have you all seen Isaac? He's the tall individual, balding, and he
Wasn't
has
Isaac the one?
an arm. And she kind of like does like an arm gesture.
There's a strong hand gesture.
Yeah, wasn't he the one who stole the bones?
No, that was
No.
the
Milovich.
Milovich. Man, I have such bad memory.
He was in the hallway when we were having that dinner situation.
No, I don't
The
believe
burger, the burgermaster slapped him, and Isa was not
Yeah.
happy about it.
I went full Moses on that shit.
Do any of us remember seeing him after that moment?
That was a good question.
Everybody roll history.
History.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
good at that.
Oh boy, let's go.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Show off.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
All right. All right.
Now that you've gotten all the good stuff up there,
Isn't it
let's get these
already
terrible
know
rolls.
Aaron
There it is.
God dang it! You should have said anything, man.
I already know that Aaron
It's a
took my
sliding
luck. I can
scale.
already feel it. Oh, that's not bad. Never mind.
Jeez.
That's still
Yeah,
a
we rolled the same
21.
number.
Brother.
That brother.
Noman, you don't remember.
Nah.
There was just so much happening that you were focused on not dying.
Yeah.
William, Arthos, Isa, and I was about to say Kartok and Klaus.
Oh yeah, I need to change my name.
All of you remember the dinner, and you remember, Isa, you remember seeing him by the church when everybody was running in. Everybody else, you remember seeing him running towards the church.
Mm.
Do you have anything that used to belong to him? Any pieces of clothing, items? I'm a bit of an expert tracker, so maybe I can, work my magic here.
Yes, I'm certain we have something of his. And she leaves. It comes back a couple minutes later, and you see her with a shirt. This belongs to him.
I seem to remember him heading off towards the church.
I remember seeing him by the church. Does Isa ever remember seeing him inside the church when the vampire attacks were happening?
No, you don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah, Klaus will take the shirt, and going off of what Isa and Wilhelm just said, he's gonna nod his head. Well, if we're gonna go look for this fella, when we get near the church, maybe this will give us a bit of a point in the right direction,
Yeah, I guess that could be helpful.
Well, again, thank you all. I know I'm asking for too much.
Oh, no, it's not a problem at all.
Not at all.
So
I just want to thank you so much for feeding us.
Isa just slowly looks at Wilhelm.
Wilhelm just gonna look at you, and then continue, and allowing us to stay in your home for the evening. It was very kind of you.
Hold on, do I have mage hand?
He's like, I find the pie on the table. I flip the pie into his
it's
face.
gonna slap you with mage hand. So After breakfast, the servants come and clean the table off. Lydia stands up and you hear a knocking at the door. She makes her way over to it, and you see that there are a couple people. They look poor, distraught. Some of them covered in blood, you would assume from the night prior. Oh, welcome, welcome. Please come in. And they make their way inside. A few of you actually do see them as they pass by, and these look like some of the people that were here yesterday.
Hmm.
For the tea party, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. And you see the servers heading down the hallway into the sitting room with tea. Everything is set up. And the people go in and they sit down, and you can see they look awkward as they're filing together and making their way into the room. Victor looks up at all of you. My mother has tea parties every day.
What does she talk about at the tea parties?
I don't know, girl stuff. It has nothing to do with magic. I don't really care.
Right. If you don't mind, I just have to use the restroom for a moment. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go check, make sure she's okay.
No, check, because Isa's nosy as fuck. Yeah, Isa's going to step out, close the door behind him, and step like probably right here, and try to listen in to see what's going on with the tea party. But that just, for some reason, there's something weird about that.
Roll perception, please.
Okay. Perceptions. 12. Actually, you know what? I'll spend 4 luck points to make that a 16.
Okay. So, you are standing by the door. The door is open. You're standing by it, just trying to pick up on the conversation. And you hear Lydia speaking. You don't really hear anybody else. So, how is everybody? I'm quite certain that you are all a little distraught over what happened last night. Just rest assured that all will be well. I will take care of you all now that the Burgomaster is no longer with us. And nobody's saying anything again. You hear her clear her throat. But you don't need to worry. I'm quite certain that I can care for the villagers of Vallaki just as well as my late husband. Please, please, drink your tea. If you have any surviving members of your families, you are more than welcome to bring them here. I will clothe them, feed them, and we will try to rebuild together. And again, there's still silence among the people. You hear the random sound of teacups touching saucers. And then you see one of the servers stop in the hallway and look at you. You're welcome to go in.
Eyes will look back for a moment. Clear his throat, but yeah, he'll step inside. Not cavalier in a way, but try to not disturb.
As you make your way in, you see that there are a couple of villagers, and they're all kind of seated in one side of the room. So the other side, it is pretty empty. There is a seat available, and Lydia looks at you and kind of gives you a very polite nod and gestures for you to sit down.
Yeah, he'll nod back and take a seat. Hope you don't mind the intrusion. I was just going to use the restroom and was a bit curious.
No, that's perfectly fine. We have these tea parties every day. It honestly, to start with, was tiresome. The burgomaster insisted that I have them to improve morale, and she kind of gestures to the others. But as you can see, it hasn't really done much. So I'm hoping that I can actually do some good, and she looks at everybody again. And I'm hoping that they're willing to help. And again, nobody says anything.
We were in the thick of the chaos last night, and it was not easy to survive something like that. So I suppose the hesitation is understandable, as he's kind of like looking to everyone.
And they kind of exchange glances and nod amongst themselves a bit.
But I do know that in the midst of all of it, it does no one any good to keep to themselves in situations like this. People helping each other is what people are supposed to do. At least that's what I believe. And I know Lady Lydia here intends that to the fullest, and if there's anything that our party can do to help, please just say so.
And she looks at everybody. They all shake their heads. You see a couple of them have finished their tea and they're working on a couple biscuits and whatever food has been laid on the table. You see one of them sets everything down. He stands up. Thank you for the tea, ma'am. And he nods his head and walks out of the room. And when he leaves, you see everybody else start to put their things down and stand up and leave as well. And Lydia just sits back in her chair. Just like, this is every day. It never ceases to fail.
Barovia is, at least from what I've seen, is a dismal place. And even the simple act of living here day by day can kill spirits. So, at the very least, I think I can say there's definitely no lack of effort on your part.
Thank you. Now, let me not keep you. I have some things to attend to.
Not at all. And like I said before, if there's anything that we can do to help, just let us know.
And she nods and stands up and makes her way out of the room. And she heads out of the house.
Okay. And Isa goes back to the dining room.
And what are the rest of you doing?
In the game, finishing up dinner. Out of the game, listed it in. Um, I'm trying to figure out where we should head from here. I mean, we do need to go to the church because we've got to look for, was it Izovich?
Isaac.
Isaac?
Isaac.
I don't know. I'm sorry, my brain it just does not remember these names well. I mean, or names in general, but
Wilhelm, you
these names.
are aware, Wilhelm, that they did burn the church down last night.
Yes.
Yeah, they burned the church down, but if he didn't go into it, oh, we need to go speak to Danica. She has a list of names.
We can see if Nikita was on that list.
That is right.
Nikita wouldn't be on that list. She
I
hasn't
don't know.
seen Nikita in this town.
Didn't someone say that they would have seen Nikita here in Valaki?
Somebody said
don't-
that if they don't find her in Barovia, to check Balaki.
Okay.
And I did. I asked Danica. Danica owns like the major inn here. She's
That's where,
also
yeah.
apparently, caw. So.
An exposition now?
Yeah, no, I think we should speak to Danica. She has a list of the names of the people that were in the church. That'll mark off if he was or was not there. After that, we can pick up the trail if he wasn't in the church.
They might be helping out the town in other ways.
They could be. But you said it's still early in the morning, right?
Yes.
Hopefully they'll still be in there, or they'll still be at the inn. It's early enough in the day.
So you're all gonna head to the inn?
Yep.
And that's what
Yes.
I'm doing.
Yeah. Are Arena and Ismark coming with us?
Ismark said that he wants to stay back. Kind of get a lay of the land, if you will. And Irina said that she will go with you all.
As long as he's not getting a lay of the alcohol cabinet again.
I thought you'd be more upset if he was getting the lay of Lydia. Anyway.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Look, that's a long story. Ain't nobody got time to get into.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, so you all make your way over to the Blue Water Inn. You see people downstairs. It looks like some of them have slept there that night. And Danica is going around serving drinks and food.
How uncomfortable am I in this place?
Very uncomfortable.
Okay, I think
Hey.
we need to just get in here and get this done.
I don't even think Arthur's can walk inside, can he?
You can walk inside.
Yeah, we
Nothing
were all
is
given
stopping
permission.
you.
But we know the
Oh,
bones are here, Right.
but it's
Yeah, I was gonna say
painful.
on a comfort level.
Yeah, it's painful. For William, it is extremely painful.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait outside.
Okay, choir boy. uh,
I don't know what y'all complain about.
um, yeah, he's just gonna walk in and be like, Miss Danica, I need to speak with you real quick.
And she pauses and, oh, yes. What what can I help you with?
Um, we were wanting to check and see if there was someone in the church who what was their name again? And yes, this is me asking out of character.
Isaac.
Isaac.
And
Yes.
Isa will say that in character.
Yes.
Is
It's
it?
okay.
Well, she gestures over to a wall. There's the paper up there. You can check for any of the deceased.
Right. Thank you very much. And he's just gonna walk over to the paper and scan it as quickly as possible so he can get the hell out of here.
Roll perception at disadvantage, please, or investigation
Oh,
at disadvantage.
investigation at
So I don't.
disadvantage.
I hate to do this, but I already know Isa's because of how like quick he sees Wilhelm trying to do it. I know Isa's gonna want to do another scan over it after, but that's up to you whether or not I can DM. Because I already know he's just gonna scan and get out.
Well, we'll see how Wilhelm does, and then after the fact.
Let's see.
It is not letting me choose that, so I'm just gonna roll it twice. Damn it.
You would right click it and then
Yeah.
That's not bad.
yeah, you would right click it and then it should give you
Oh,
the
I get it now. I was trying to do the shift thing and it wasn't letting me.
Oh, you're using Roll20, or not Roll20, but D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so that 19, that's not bad.
Nice.
So you scroll through as quickly as possible looking for the name Isaac, and you are unable to find one.
Were there any other names that piqued my interest?
Is there any other name you're looking for?
Nikita.
Oh yeah, the idea is not so stupid now, huh?
Yeah, no, that's in the back of his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
You don't see Nikita's name, but you also have to consider that she's not from this land. So
There's a
Danica
good
more than
chance.
likely would not know her name.
Mm.
Is there any unknown redheaded female listed?
No.
Okay, then we're good. In that case, I'm just gonna wave to Danica and be like, "Thank you," and just. Doo.
Damn shame.
Isa,
Oh,
would you
damn
like
shame.
to check behind him?
Well, actually, that'd be mitigating me if I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Okay. And you can just roll it straight.
Cool, cool, cool.
You
Well,
are
then.
also looking for the name Isaac, and you do not find the name on there.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Shit. What's his fucking name? Where's my notes? What's his fucking name? Is Rictavio's name on the list?
You do not see his name either.
Well, rip. Yeah, and Isa's just going to casually walk out.
I'm going to assume the rest of you follow.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I was eating a snack.
All right. So you all make your way back outside, standing on the grounds of the Blue Water Inn, those with the affliction can feel just that nagging now that you are not inside. And yes, the further you get away, the nagging begins to dissipate until it is now gone.
Yeah, so let's try to go there as little as possible. They seem very busy currently.
Please remember that your items are in there.
Oh, I do. I have to go back and pick my stuff up.
Yes.
Oh.
What would I'm trying to think. Would Isa have any of his stuff stored away there?
His backpack, unless you have a bag of holding, which none of
Oh,
you should
wait.
have one.
I do. I have a bag of holding.
Yes, Wilhelm would have a bag of holding. I don't think anybody else would have one. I think Jorn was the only other person that had one.
All my stuff's in my bag of holding. That's the only saving grace. So, Arthas,
Um,
rock,
and
paper, scissors.
they're all in the blue water inn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Isa will just go and get his stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, if there was anything there.
Does Arthas even have extra stuff he carries around?
Literally, he's just got he's got a bag of stuff, and it's literally like like one of those little drawstring like shoulder bags.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Rucksack.
The one you put rocks in and beat someone with? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's a sock.
Yeah, but say that's a sock, not a sack.
Lock and sock combo.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
Arthos just has a small bag, and it would be very, very easy to just drop it in Wilhelm's bag of holding.
Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say otherwise I could just see you looking at Isa as he walks inside like, could you do a friend a favor?
I promise not to eat anybody today.
Today. That's a huge promise.
But yeah, so you're all outside now, having collected your belongings. And as you're all making your way out of the Blue Water Inn, you all see an individual standing in the crowd, watching you.
Is
Is it the same guy from the garden or the front of the gate?
Yes.
How far away?
He's probably about say about 30, 40 feet away from you.
Well,
You know,
if I get into 30 feet of him, just kind of nonchalantly, I'll telepathically send a message, and like he's directly looking at us.
Yeah, he's like watching all of you.
Noman's gonna, he's gonna telepathically message the guy saying, "Do you need something?"
No, just keeping an eye on strangers is all.
That is your job?
Yes.
How do you feel you're doing so far?
And you see him kind of stiffen up, and then he turns and just starts running.
DM, how fast is he running?
Not very fast.
old person.
I'd like to breakneck sprint after him with my
Oh my
45
God.
feet of movement.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh. Are you gonna tackle this man?
He's
Yeah.
gonna come up right
Yeah.
next to him, like as he's running down the thing, like, so you thought you were fast?
He's playing fetch.
Yeah,
Treat
so
him
you
like
are
a
chasing
big
after him?
That is the intent.
Okay. You catch him very easily. He really didn't make it very far.
How many people are around?
There's a
Half
fair
as
amount
many
of
as
people.
yesterday.
Yeah, I mean half as many, but like there's still a fair amount of
God.
people.
Dang. Half as many as
Okay,
yesterday?
well, that's a shame because they're about to see me grab this guy by the scruff of his neck and drag him into a fucking alleyway.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
Isaac,
So
All right.
can Isaac please follow? Like, this doesn't look like it. This ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good.
you very easily catch him, and you grab him by his shirt, and he kind of lets out a squeal as you're leading him off.
Cool.
Let me go. Let me go.
I'd like to draw my dagger and put it up against his neck.
Please tell me you're set up for this by now.
Such
Arthos
good
is-
voice acting.
Arthos is also gonna follow along, but he's not like moving at a fast pace. It's just a casual walk to get to the alleyway.
Oh no,
Yeah, we'll help
Yeah,
just
Noman's
walking
casually
along.
walking.
Isa's very quickly getting there. He's like, "Oh God, please don't kill him! Please don't kill him! Please don't kill him! We need to leave this place as better than when we found it."
Hey there,
We already are.
buddy. Couldn't help you notice you were watching us quite intently, and then you ran away. That was really fucking weird, don't you think?
Just watching strangers. That's all.
Just watching strangers. Oh, that must be really entertaining. Why do you watch strangers, buddy?
Just
Why'd you invade people's privacy like that? That's not very good of you.
yeah, just making sure that you're not causing problems.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
We made it there by this point.
You believe him.
God dang.
I'm gonna have to. No, I don't. I'm. Luck points ruin the sanctity of the game. I'm not spending any of them.
What sanctity is there? What? There was never meant to be any sanctity, Sag.
He missed the part where I spent 23 points in one session.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend DM good boy points for a roll that I failed.
That's the whole point of the DM good boy points.
I don't need them.
Not all rolls have
I've
to pass.
evolved beyond the need of good boy points.
I doubt that.
I
heavily.
doubt that.
I doubt that heavily.
So, just watching strangers, making sure we're not causing trouble. Wow! You must have somebody you do this for, otherwise you've got a really weird hobby. So maybe you should tell me who you're doing it for. Right?
I don't.
We're all friends here.
I don't do this for anybody. I just want to make sure
No.
that you strangers aren't gonna mess up what's good here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to roll another insight.
It's not like we're
Please tell me we're
vampires
there by
attacking the city or anything.
now. Please tell me we're there by now. Oh God. No, nothing is going right.
Yeah, roll again.
Oh my God.
Better.
Your roll so shitty.
So, you're just a guy who watches random strangers, and you're not getting paid for it, and you just do this as a hobby. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert? No.
Are you some kind of creep boy?
No. I just want to make sure that you're not gonna ruin everything. Look, you all.
What is
showed
there
up.
to ruin?
You all showed up, and we were attacked. We had been doing good.
He's not wrong.
You know, that's a very fair point. I would like to personally say that I had nothing to do with that attack. Just a random circumstance, you know.
Excuse me.
As I say, we're all friends here. This is a lovely little town, even if it is a bit of a squalid, desolate shithole. But it's better than Barovia, and that's saying something, because Barovia is shit. He's gonna like pull a knife from his neck and just be like, has anyone else actually arrived by this point?
Oh yeah, everybody else would have arrived at that point.
He's gonna like forcibly spin the guy around from facing him to facing everybody else, clap him on the back hard. These are my friends. Say hello, Mr. Weird Watching Guy.
Ernest. My name is Ernest.
And have you been?
Have I been what?
Ernest.
That's my name. I've always been Ernest.
How long have you lived in Vallaki, Ernest?
My whole life.
And in all that time, you've never had something like last night happen?
We get attacked occasionally, but not this bad.
And you do realize that us being here and the attack that happened last night and that fact that so many people died are mutually exclusive, right?
I don't know that. I'm just keeping an eye to make sure. That's all.
Are you doing it?
Nobody was keeping an eye on. Nobody was keeping an eye on Milovich, was it? Were they?
What does the gravedigger have to do with anything?
He's the reason why so many people died in the church.
How? He didn't kill everybody.
He stole the bones that were buried on church grounds and thus no longer making it sanctified ground. That's how the vampires got in.
What bones?
The bones of Saint
Saint
Andrew.
Andrew.
The bones. That's a myth.
Not quite.
I don't understand.
It's okay if you don't. Just take cover in the inn from now on. You'll be fine. Should we go?
I thought she was just gonna shrug and kind of look at everybody else.
As you're all preparing to leave, Ernest straightened his clothes out and he starts making his way over towards the inn now.
Hey, Ernest, buddy.
Yes.
Before you go, I just want to say how it's real crazy how this never happened, and I didn't pull a knife on you in the alleyway. Okay?
I just think it's funny how
I just think that's real funny how that never happened. You know?
Roll persuasion at advantage, please.
I'm not mad. I just think it's funny how this never happened. What the
Ooh.
fuck?
Oh my
Ooh.
god, dude!
It's about them points.
Just don't roll dice tonight. Just don't roll any dice.
The curse is back. It's Christmas. Why am I being punished like this? Have I not been a good boy this year?
I don't know.
That's another list to check.
All right, so he just kind of nods. Yeah, sure. And just kind of books it. So where are you all heading now?
Hmm. What do we do now in this wonderful place?
We should probably. You guys already checked the church for anything important, right?
Before or after it was burned down?
After it was burned down.
We haven't checked it after it was burned down.
I think we should check it for anything important.
The priest did mention that he didn't know of anything else important, at least in his understanding. Don't know what they might have found amongst the bodies, though.
Hmm.
So
We
are you
could
all
check.
heading over to the church?
Unless anybody wants to do anything else, I think so.
I'm fine with going straight to the church.
Yeah, now that you can actually go in.
Yeah, right. Now that I can actually go in there and not, die or explode.
Ooh, this Smirnoff spicy.
All right, so you all make your way to the church. As you arrive, you see that it is nothing but rubble. The stone caved in on the sides, wood burned. It's still smoking a little bit from the flames having only recently died out. You don't see any bodies. You would assume that they've been charred up.
Isa knows in Barovia that there was a space underneath the church there, so he's gonna see if there's any sort of pathway or doorway or a trap door that leads to underneath the church here.
You said you're looking for a trapdoor in the church.
Yes.
Roll investigation, please.
25.
You look around and you don't see any trapdoors.
Okay. And just from how the church was burned, there doesn't seem like there's anything salvageable or anything like that. Is there?
Oh no. Everything here seems destroyed.
Are there
Yeah.
people, any number of people, like gathered around it, just kind of looking or
No.
managing the space or anything?
No.
Okay.
I had to take care of the baby real quick. What did I miss?
We're at the church now.
Tiny Eyes is back. I miss
Oh
you.
my god.
We were just admiring the smoldered pile of building.
Hmm.
As Isa's
Well,
probably like going over and looking over some of the rubble and kind of stepping through. You just see him like weirdly stop and kind of like grip his head a little bit for a moment. Kind of shake it off.
looks like they took care of the place well enough.
Do I feel the presence of any undead nearby?
Isa and Arthos.
That's it. Okay. That's what I was checking for. Well, I mean, the best thing we can do is have Klaus, smell the shirt and try to track down Isaac that way.
Yeah. Klaus
that-
will smell the shirt and try and track it via scent, I suppose.
Try to get that
Oh,
nice man stank all up
The
in your nostrils.
nose.
also while we're here, did they properly dispose of the bodies to make sure that they don't come back?
Yeah, they made a giant funeral pyre.
Okay.
It's called the church.
Bruh.
The only ones who are aware of that are Noman and Wilhelm, by the way.
Oh, I thought everybody was okay. Yeah, no, I'll point that out to him. I'll point that out that basically they cremated the remains along with the church.
Okay, so there's no remains of any vampires or anything, is there?
I'm sorry, what was that?
There's no remains of undead or vampires or anything, is there?
No.
Okay.
I'll also tell him the only body that was missing was the head of the church, if I remember correctly. That was the only body that was missing out of all of them, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, he wasn't.
No, we
He
found
crawled
him.
away
He was
into the
there.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say, like,
He was
didn't
here.
you guys watch him die? Like,
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, he was there. My brain just was like,
oh,
oh no, yeah, no, there's one person that was missing. It was like uber important, and then as soon as you guys said that, I was like, oh wait, no, we had a whole thing where we were talking to him, be like, oh yeah, sorry, man.
I'm so sorry that the only important thing on your brain is Isa smashing Lydia. So sorry.
He knows you so well.
It's a matter of being.
That's
It's
so
a matter of
funny.
consistency.
I'm sorry, I have ADHD and I'm hyper fixated on that joke. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'm getting meds for it soon.
Damn shame. But yeah, I guess now we're following Klaus's nose so we can try to sniff out Isaac.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, you all, or Klaus, you are going to be checking for Isaac?
Yeah, gonna take the shirt, give it a few smells, and see if I can pick up anything that smells like it in the general area.
Okay,
You realize that
can you roll me, oh, you have keen smell. You have advantage on your checks.
Yeah, I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Yes.
Nice.
If you can do me
You
a
take a
wisdom
whiff and
check or
realize-
perception check at advantage, please.
this man hasn't
Well,
taken
then.
a shower in weeks. Ooh.
Klaus is a good boy.
I'm not at the computer and I'm hearing ooze, like bad
The 23.
ooze. Okay.
No, good ooze.
Good news.
Yeah, so Klaus, you sniff the shirt, trying to catch the scent, and you smell it around. It's not in the church itself, but you smell it in the area. It smells like it was around the church. And then you can follow the scent down the street in the direction of Blinksies.
Well, I guess we're going to Blixie's.
Making my
What is
way
that?
downtown.
Oh, you'll find out. Lovely place. Yeah,
Ah.
Klaus
Yes,
will start
wonderful.
following the smell.
Awesome. So you make your way down the street. I'm going to assume everybody has followed you.
Yep.
Yes.
As you get to Blinksies, you find Isaac standing outside, grabbing the scruff of Blinksy, yelling at him.
Ah, you know, it's funny, I just did that to someone on the way here too.
What's going on here?
What's going on? What's all this then?
What's all this then?
And he turns and looks at you all and just, mind your damn business. This has nothing to do with you.
Oi, oi, governor, you got a license to be grabbing that guy's scruff then?
Scruff grabbing license?
That was a little
Listen,
too
mate,
British, my dude.
Listen,
That's fucking hilarious.
are you all right in the apples and pears? Or are you looking all sixes and sevens?
Yeah, Wilhelm's gonna look at this guy and be like, your mistress Lydia is looking for you.
That bitch. What does she want?
Strong language.
Jesus, I wouldn't talk about Isa's girlfriend about like that, man.
Fuck up. I haven't even smashed. Leave it alone.
I think it
It's
was
not-
at least about wanting to make sure that you were okay. Considering the events of last night.
And he lets go of Blinksy, who turns to run into the shop, but Isaac grabs him.
Mm.
I'm not done with you. And the man just, yes, sir, yes, sir. And Isaac turns back to address all of you. He opens his mouth to say something, and he sees Irina and kind of stops. And you see that look of anger that he had is kind of melting away.
As they ain't the only one with googly eyes. Quick question: Was he grabbing? It's Blitzy, right?
Blinksy.
Blinksy.
Blinksy. Oh God, I was thinking, hell of a boss. Anyway, yeah, was he grabbing Blinksy with a strong hand? Like,
His hand's not all gross looking. It's there's a picture of it in NPCs.
It looks more monstrous.
Yeah, it's like a monstrous looking hand.
Mm-hmm.
also, yeah, but for real, is he his agitation as soon as he saw Arena just starts to die away?
Yes.
He's gonna look between Irina and him and be like, Do y'all have some kind of history?
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's gonna look between Irina and him and say, "Do you two have some kind of history?"
And Irina looks at Isaac and just shakes her head. I've never met that man in my life.
I would
Strange.
like to watch for Isaac's reaction when she says that.
When she says that, his expression doesn't seem to change. Like, he just has this look of almost like wonder.
Does it look like it's kind of a look of obsession? It's like he has some kind of obsession towards her.
Yes.
Gnome's gonna use 2 sorcery points to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Ooh.
As soon as I can find my spell. There it is.
Then all you hear is booty, 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 rocket everywhere.
Rocket everywhere. Rocket everywhere.
Just the surface thoughts right now. To gauge it.
Then it's just the Jeopardy music.
Booty on my
So
mind, your booty is on my face.
you start to read into his mind. You're touching the surface thoughts, and
Yeah.
you can hear, it's her. I can't believe it's her. I thought she was in my imagination.
Hmm.
You should use your telepathy and be like, "This is your conscious speaking. Who is she to you?"
Your conscious is a bad German accent. That's his odd. Let's see.
I think you should stay away from this front line.
Noman's gonna look at Irina and back at the guy. What was the end of what he was thinking?
He thought that she was his imagination.
Imagination. Got it. Okay. He'll go deeper. If there's nothing else that he's freshly thinking beyond that, he'll see what else he can find, because that sounds like an interesting nugget. Let's see. I believe yes, it's a wisdom save. Yep.
Alright, one moment.
Wow. So he saves.
As they usually do.
About to say,
Yeah.
you should know, if it's me rolling against you, I'm gonna win.
It's like the the special resistance things. Eventually, you kind of get them out of the way, and then you can finally succeed. But
Just the opposite of that.
Just the DM's got like 60 of those legendary resistance. You still got a long way to go, homie.
Someday. Okay.
Can you still hear the
yeah.
surface thoughts?
As you do
Yeah.
that, he immediately turns his head and looks at you, Noman.
Oh no.
What are you
Curious thought.
doing? What gives you the right to go probing into someone's mind?
What gives you the right to strangle somebody?
Are you saying this in character,
I-
Wilhelm?
Yes, Wilhelm would have said that character. He's an asshole.
Wilhelm, I strangled somebody on the way here, and you didn't have a problem with it. Stop being a hypocrite. He can do what he wants. He's a big boy, okay?
I am extremely hypocritical. Thank you.
If anybody should have a problem with it, it's Isa.
This is true.
Sometimes you just have to choke a bitch out. That's just how it is.
I understand
well,
that.
Choking wasn't really top of my list, but I think I can make some exceptions. JR, don't say a fucking word.
Too late, dude. I thought it. As soon as the conversation started, you
Yeah, I
chipped
already
in. I was
thought
like,
it.
"You're doomed. You're fucking doomed."
Don't say a fucking
You
word.
should have just said
JR.
anything, man. You should have just stayed quiet.
I was just like razzing out the brain.
It's
I
okay.
fucking hate this group. I fucking hate all y'all.
But
Poor
yeah,
Lydia.
Noman's gonna say, we are somewhat watching over her and couldn't help but notice some peculiar attention.
What's it to you?
Long as there's nothing to be worried about.
We just had a vampire attack last night, and you're here strangling a man for what we think is no reason. Just want to see what your explanation of that is, since it doesn't really seem the time to do so.
Does Isaac look like he's getting aggressive?
No.
Okay.
Buck
Just
up,
snapping.
fam. Buck up.
So you mean
Gotta
to tell
remember,
me
nuck
that
if you buck.
you mean to tell me that you strangers are going to walk into this town and attempt to tell us how to live?
So true. What would
That
Lydia
wasn't
think of
my
your
intent.
actions, though?
I don't give a damn what that woman thinks.
That
But isn't
woman
she your
only-
patron?
That woman only asked about you because she was concerned for your safety.
And you
thus
think
asked us to keep
you
out.
think that's going to change my opinion of her?
What is your opinion of her?
I couldn't care less about her, honestly.
I mean, beyond that.
There's nothing else.
She seems much better than her late husband, at least.
Which I don't care about either. What? Did you all just come here to tell me that Lydia needed me? If so, you are more than welcome to leave now. The message has been delivered.
Um. Hmm.
So what's up with the arm?
God, he is that
Yes.
guy.
God,
Yes.
here we go.
You're the
Give it
kind
all
of
the
guy.
power.
You're the kind of guy that a dude's missing an arm. You're like, hey, you need a hand?
Or like somebody who just came back from fucking chemo treatment, has no hair on their head. Hey, nice haircut. You're that kind of guy.
You're that kind of guy.
You're the type of dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Klaus just go ahead and take it to the next level of asshole right now. I was just gonna leave.
Arthur's just finding this thoroughly entertaining. He ain't saying shit. He's just watching.
My arm. And he looks at it, and it's the one grabbing. Get off, Lacey. I was attacked. Years ago, I was a child. I don't know what it was. It's left my arm like this ever since. again, what does it matter to any of you? If you are
I
here
just
to
think of greed.
if you're here to simply travel through, then I suggest you continue traveling.
It's not the
But
worst
how,
advice.
with the state that your town is in, I don't think you have any right to tell us how we should or shouldn't care about it.
Do you plan on making roots here? Because if so, then I will value your opinion. Otherwise, carry on.
You know, Isaac, you're a bit of an asshole.
Not the first time I've been called that. Won't be the last.
Um, Isaac, hold on. Let me send something to the DM real quick. I can ask a question.
Bro. While he's doing that, Isaac's going to kind of step away from the group a bit.
Okay. Yes, JR.
Oh, okay. In that case, he's gonna be like, did you ever find your doll? I'm sure that was yours.
Yes, you told me about it last night at dinner. Why?
DM, I want you to understand that it's not my
Hmm.
fault, but I cannot remember Blitzo's name.
Blinksy.
Blink
Blink,
C.
Blink
Blinksy.
C.
It is in
I was gonna.
NPCs.
You
You
could put it
literally,
wherever you want, but if
you
at the
literally
top of my
call
head
your
it doesn't.
child, you literally call your child Dinky, and you can't remember Blinksy.
Right?
Because Dinky is the most important thing. Um, uh, yeah, he's gonna be like, I gave the doll to Blinksy. I thought he was going to return it to you. You know, oddly enough, that doll looked strikingly similar to Miss Irina here.
And you say that, and Irina just. Excuse me?
Yeah, he had a doll that looked very much like you. It's quite strange. It was almost uncanny.
And she
Not quite
looks.
his imagination.
She looks over at Isaac, who you all see now, like, his face is turning red.
This is exactly the reaction I was looking for.
He lets
Yes.
go of Blinksy, almost like shoving him, and the man takes this opportunity to run into the building. You hear the door slamming shut, locking. You hear a couple like scraping sounds as he's putting shelves in front of the door.
I was actually imagining it. It's like what is the name of that movie? Nobody, where the guy just starts locking all the locks. My God.
Noman says, "Oh, I was going to check out this store."
Didn't mean to do that.
But yeah, that he did give it back to you, correct?
I retrieved it last night when you told me about it. What of it?
So why are you accosting the man now?
What does it matter? It is
Just
my business with him, not yours.
true, true. Well, I think this has been made awkward enough. You have a good day.
You you just see like he looks upset, like he wants to just hit you, but he contains himself. Like as he goes to step forward towards you, he catches Irina's eye again and kind of stops. While all this is happening, you all catch sight of a man watching you from around the building.
Oh my
Oh
god, this dude.
lord.
Oh,
Oh,
please don't
this
tell me this is the same
this
dude.
motherfucker.
Is it the same dude, DM?
Yes, it is the same man.
Hold person.
Klaus immediately shouts at the top of his lungs, Edgar, you shit! Fuck off! You're a pervert!
You're a
Then Edgar, it's Ernest.
It's Ernest.
Oh,
How
That's
did
so
you
much
forget?
better.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
what makes it better.
Jr., you have no right to ask somebody how did they forget.
Well, he literally just tortured a man literally 5 minutes ago.
You've been saying this
King.
other man's name for the past 5 minutes.
Just,
Who, Blitzo?
please, please, DM, could you make a wisdom save for me?
Will do. One moment.
Oh God.
How long's it been since we saw good old Ernest?
It's probably been about 10 minutes.
Not even an hour. Not even an
Okay.
hour.
Yeah, I'm still in his head.
This bitch.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, no, he's paralyzed.
So now as Klaus yells that at him, he just like freezes and continues to stare, like really creepy.
It's at this point, Irina turns and looks over. And sees this other man again. And, she leans into you, Noman. That is Ernest. He is, I don't really know how to explain it. I've seen him in Barovia. He works for a, oh, damn, what is her name? And Isaac picks up immediately. He's like, a lady watcher.
He's a lady watcher.
He's a
That
lady
definitely-
watcher. I fucking love you, Aaron. So
I
much.
told you.
That definitely sounds
I
like a
told you.
pervert to me.
He was a liar and a pervert. He told me he didn't work for anyone and just liked watching people. No, he's a lady watcher and he works with some.
He called it
fucking
his job, to be fair.
You know, Klaus, I thought you might have been kidding, but you're right. He's a creepy pervert. That's disturbing.
Should we mess with him more?
I'm gonna go kick him in the nuts. Fuck this guy.
Iz is walking towards him as he's keeping the hold person on him. You're not really doing a good job. Usually when you're trying to watch people, you do it in secret.
Speaking from experience, you're definitely doing a poor job.
And he doesn't say anything. It's just kind of like eyes just moving around, like trying to figure a way out of this situation that he's in.
Telepathically, he hears. So who's Lady Watcher?
And you immediately hear, like, I don't know any Lady Watcher.
Mm.
What does he mean, Lady Watcher? There's no Lady Watcher.
He answered that same question 3 times. Yeah, that's probably an inside check.
I would like to do a I think you're full of shit check.
Since Isa didn't, since Isa can't be in that mental conversation, he's going to drop hold person and ask him who's Lady Watcher.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, lonely lady watcher is here as you fucking perv.
I'm not a
Insight
pervert.
check. Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking dirty creep. This town is full of them.
Mm.
Fuck.
You believe that he's not a pervert.
No, I'm not asking whether or not he's a pervert. I'm insight checking if he knows who Lady Watcher is. I don't give a shit if he's a pervert. And you know what? To make sure he actually knows who Lady Watcher is, I'm gonna burn 4 more points to make it a 16.
Mm.
You still believe that he doesn't know who Lady Watcher is.
Damn.
Hmm. Could have been wrong information then.
Oh.
No, you see, here's where you're doing it wrong. You're asking. This is how you do it. Klaus is gonna pull a knife and put it back to his throat.
Klaus, I don't think that's necessary.
So you're gonna tell us everything you fucking know about Lady Watcher, otherwise I'm gonna gut you here on the street like a fish.
Klaus.
It's just gonna be one more body in the street after the attacks of the one last night. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck happened.
We don't need
So
to
you're gonna have
hurt
to
him.
make a real good decision here, boy, because the next 2 minutes of your life are gonna be very important.
Klaus, I think you're going a little too far.
We
think
don't
it's
need to hurt
beautiful.
him. Physically.
Wilhelm's just watching in awe, like, this is beautiful.
Man, what? Dude, Wilhelm has nothing good to provide or contribute right now. nothing useful to contribute right
I mean, I easily could. I could step in and be like, "Oh, hey, make a wisdom save." But no, I'm enjoying this way more.
Yeah, because you don't want to use any of your shit. You just want to use our shit so you can still get the same results.
I work through people. What do you think Wilhelm is?
So while all of you are having this conversation, with the man, he swallows like really hard, the blade pressing against his neck, and he looks over and he's like, your lady friend is missing.
What?
The
Lady
girl,
friend, Nikita.
I don't know what her name is.
She looks like her, and Isa will point at
I'm gonna
Irina.
Yeah,
You turn to point at Arena and you see that she's not there.
I knew
the
that was
fuck?
coming.
Is Isaac still standing there?
No.
Didn't think so.
Oh my god, he just abducted her.
Why
You
would
thought
you all come over here when the other pervert is right there?
I thought she came with us, to be fair.
Isa started with the fucking whole person. He had no choice.
People have been
something-
underestimating these mental abilities that we have.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
go walk around the corner of a building and turn to a bat and go in search of Irina.
Is
You could
Blue
call
still
me
there?
Batman. Okay, but for real, I'm gonna turn into a bat and go fly up high and be like, tweet, 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 squee, squee.
That's not the sound that bats make.
I can't make the bat sound. It's like that high pitched. They're flying rodents. Okay.
Is Blinksy still standing outside?
No, Blinksy ran inside and he closed the door and
God,
barricaded it.
motherfucking! Everybody's useless.
Yeah,
He did
I'm gonna let
that.
Klaus have his fun though.
Blinksy did that a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
When I fly up, do I see by any chance Irina being dragged anywhere?
Roll perception.
Please don't fail on your perception. God damn it! I should have gave you guidance before you turned into a fucking bat.
Do you use the perception numbers for the bat or for the person?
Okay.
You are currently a. Well, no, because you have the ability to turn into a bat, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you would take the bat stats.
Hold on. I gotta
Bro,
pull that up
bats
then.
are fucking blind. What is he gonna see?
His hopes and dreams, which are nothing.
The bat does have keen hearing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please roll high.
Advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing.
If you don't roll high, don't come back.
Just keep
Since it-
flying off.
since it's a mental ability score, do I use my mental ability? I don't understand how that works.
I have a hard time
You
thinking
roll as the
Wilhelm
bat.
has any mental ability.
I roll as the bat. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, well then. Yeah, guys, we're doomed.
I have a hard time thinking Wilhelm has any mental ability.
Oh, I'm actually decently wise. I have a whatever in perception, but the bat doesn't, so I can't. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a d20, and you just add 1 to that apparently.
God, motherfucker.
Um,
Do
That
you
is
need
a
some luck
10.
points?
are you trying to look for something, or are you trying to listen?
I'm trying to look for something. I don't
Well, it would make sense because bats are blind.
to go
Yeah.
ka. Okay, I'll try to listen for something.
I mean, bats have blind sight out to 60 feet,
So I'll roll another d20. That's a
and that's a
19.
19.
You should have rolled
That's like
at
2 nines,
advantage
bro.
because, you're doing hearing.
Yeah. Okay, so that he has a 19.
So, you hear the sounds. It's a bunch of people around you. You hear some crying. You hear people working as you're flying around. And you do hear, like, a grunting, like, get the fuck off of me. And you just, shut up, just follow me.
I'm going to follow and find where that sound's coming from.
Can I try to follow Wilhelm as he's a bat, like on the ground, running along, trying to keep up?
I'll send you a mental message of what direction I'm heading in.
That mental message
That
is
I've-
only coming in as bat.
Oh, it's not for real.
Bruh. Do we see where he go? Like in his bat form, do we see where he goes? In which direction he flies?
You
in?
saw him fly up and down the street, so you're not sure where he's going from there. Because you guys are in an alleyway.
God damn it! Can I just like follow down wherever the street in whatever direction? He like if we're going out of the alleyway, whichever direction, whether left or right, see if we can follow and maybe find where he went.
Yes, you can follow Arthos, who is currently following.
All right,
Yep.
Arthos, sniff him out, boy.
Who
can
will be going
we-
with Arthos?
Yep.
Who?
I'm following.
Oh,
Yeah.
No one's following.
hopefully Klaus is still roughing up that old man.
Klaus definitely still has a knife to Edgar's, not Ernest's neck.
All right. So, with you, Klaus, he looks at you. Just, are you gonna go follow your friends?
No, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna keep asking you questions.
Okay.
Make
No.
sure to ask him about Nikita.
Oh yeah, no, sure thing. Tell me about the Lady Watcher.
It's no Lady Watcher.
Bruh, Nikita. I said Nikita.
Tilt the knife just a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Lady Watcher.
Roll persuasion at advantage.
Can I roll intimidation? I do have a knife to his neck.
He's already intimidated.
That's fair.
Okay, that's
Because
still
this
at
is the
advantage.
second time that you've already fucked him up.
Just don't fail.
Hey.
There you go. Almost in that 20.
Wow.
Damn.
With a 0.
That's pretty damn cool.
So, you trying to use your knife to your advantage managed to persuade him. And he's like, okay, look, sorry, she's just one of the nobles here. I just work for her. That's it. I just watch people.
I'm gonna ask you a very important question here, okay? Is it the Burgomaster's wife? Because that would be really funny, I think.
Lydia, no. Gods, no.
Do I get the sense that he's being genuine?
Roll insight.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
You get the feeling that he's being genuine.
Okay. So there is a nobility here in this town. That's cool. That's interesting. Right. And why exactly does she want to watch people? I'll tell you this in good faith, mate. I'm not trying to meet this woman. I'm not trying to get involved in any of her shit. I just like to know what's going on with me. You know?
It's nothing. She just likes to know who's coming into town. That's it.
Right, well, I did promise those fucking idiots to ask this, so I guess I'll ask.
Those fucking idiots.
The redhead over there who disappeared. They're looking for someone who looks kind of like her, but not. Name's Nikita. Heard anything about that?
No, I haven't seen anyone like that.
Right, well, you seem pretty good at finding us, so here's what I'm gonna want you to do for me, mate, okay? I want you to go and ask this Lady Watcher if she's heard of anyone matching that description, and then I want you to come back, and I want you to let me know. And if I think you do a good job, I might give you a present. Does that sound good?
I'm not worried about what your present would be.
Yeah, sure.
Trust me. This is a good deal for you, mate. A present like this will get you in the big leagues here. Maybe you'll be Mr. Watcher, you know? Sitting there in a nice cushy mansion with servants rubbing your feet and feeding you wine. And wouldn't you like that?
No.
Then maybe you can just drink it all down the piss or at the fucking tavern. Either way, if I like what you bring back to me, I'll give you something worth your time.
You're not gonna. Okay, never mind. Yep, sure.
No, I'm not gonna cut your throat. This is just for fun.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, not fun. You know, I just don't really get the opportunity to do this much, and I really enjoy the whole dynamic of like this entire scenario. At this point, he's like waving the knife around as he's explaining, like hand motions.
Like they keep going right by his face.
Pretty much, yeah.
This whole dynamic, you do what I say, or you get stabbed, or
Yeah, as you're doing that, he's slowly trying to like inch away from you.
Alright, well, you can go. Remember, ask Lady Watcher if she's heard anything about a redhead called Nikita. And then come back and let me know. If you don't come back and let me know, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna take your kneecaps.
Okay.
Like Batman, he's gonna steal his bones.
I will steal your bones. And then I'll donate them to the church so they can use the bones. Well, what's left of the church, that place is pretty much just bones as it is right now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right, well, you go and have a good day now. Go on, get.
And he turns and runs away. He runs down the street now.
As he's running, Klaus is gonna like call down to him. Go on, Ernest. Run. Run. You can do it. Run faster, Ernest.
run faster. You can
Jesus Christ.
get your cardio in.
Make sure you get your steps in.
Needs the chest, motherfucker. Needs the chest.
So
Klaus is the kind of guy who will make someone get on the ground, start doing push-ups, and constantly just shout 0, 0, 0 at them.
Yeah, Klaus is definitely a drill sergeant.
So the rest of you,
Yep.
you are all running down the street. Doesn't take long before you see Ernest running past all of you. And he actually looks to be booking it.
Is this the fastest he's ever hobbled in his life?
But you are all managing to kind of keep up with Wilhelm as he's flying around. Wilhelm, you hear more aggravated grunting. You hear what sounds like a woman shouting. And then you hear grunting, like somebody's in pain. And then you see Nikita, or not Nikita, you see, ouch.
I was about to say.
That's it. She let it go. Cat's out the bag.
No,
It's Nikita.
I have a knife
Alright.
in my hand and it just slipped.
Nope.
That's not very Puerto Rican of you.
I know, right? You see Irina running out from the alleyway.
I'm guessing she does it. She looks fine.
Yes.
You can see the other guy.
Can I fly into the alleyway?
Yes.
Is Isaac there? I was gonna say Isaac.
Yes, you do see Isaac there.
Is he running this way, or is he like put up in the fetal position after getting kicked in the nuts?
He's leaned against a wall, bent over.
Ooh. Taking those heavy breaths.
Yes.
Ooh. I'm gonna just like come back to myself or turn back into myself as I like land, because I'm pretty sure he's not paying attention to me. He's just paying attention to the pain.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it would be quite unwise to lay your hands on her.
How how did you get here?
Mm. Quite easily. You were making quite a bit of noise.
You know,
Arthas,
I have no time to question whether you're telling me the truth or not. I I need to go back to the house.
Okay, that's fine, but the problem is you seem to have tried to abduct, our lady friend over there.
I wasn't trying to abduct anybody.
I think she would say differently, especially after, the action she had to take to get away from you.
She misunderstood my intentions.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Misunderstood your intentions. I've heard that one before at a brothel.
Oh, brothel, what do you mean? That woman's my sister.
She's your sister.
Yes.
that
That's
makes
a
it
no
that much
excuse if I've
worse.
ever heard one.
Oh, so it's that kind of village.
No, it's oh god, it's a siscon. We found one.
Oh no.
No. Actually, in all seriousness, he's just gonna make, even if, she is your sister, which I don't think she believes that, you shouldn't be forcefully taking her anywhere.
I wasn't. She agreed to follow me, and when we came down this alleyway, she thought I was going to do something untoward towards her.
Hmm. Well, I mean, unknown gentleman, strange alleyway. These things kind of make sense.
Can Arthas insight check him when he says that?
Yes. What are you trying to insight?
Um, when he said, like, oh, she misunderstood my intentions. Is he being honest, or is he just trying not to get a beat down?
Okay. Yes, go ahead, roll insight.
You mean an eat down? Haha, no.
We've definitely like all caught up by this point.
Yes,
Does
everybody would have caught up. I mean, save for Klaus, if he
Yeah.
intended to
Um,
follow or not.
I was going to check up on Irina, make sure she wasn't assaulted anyway, if there was any signs of bruising, the whole doctor shit.
Yeah, no. You see her and she's fixing her blouse, but overall she looks fine.
I'm typing it out. I'm gonna spend 3 luck points just to make that a 15.
Okay. Um. Yeah, you can tell that he's actually being honest. That he had no intentions of being creepy towards her.
If there were signs of foul play, there would have been bruising around the wrists, possible bruises, probably toward the neck, maybe midsection, markings. There'd be blood under the fingernails. I think he is being honest with us.
No one's gonna ask Irina, and you. Is it as he said that you agreed to follow him at first?
I did, but I thought we were just gonna take a stroll a couple paces down the road. I didn't think he was gonna drag me off to God knows where.
And where exactly were you planning to take her, Isaac?
I wanted someplace private that we could talk.
You do realize how suspicious you've made the situation, right?
Yes, I know.
Irina, you're willing to talk with him in private as long as things are kept safe?
Yes, I'm willing. And she looks over at Arthos. As long as he accompanies.
He's just gonna nod at her, like, "Yep."
The one person you don't fuck around with.
Mm-hmm. Isaac don't want to find out the hard way.
Izek and Isa will turn to Izek. If she has any signs of harm or bruising or otherwise, we will know and we will find out and we'll be able to find you.
Oh, Isaac, you won't have to worry about that.
No one messes with our little sister.
Don't fuck with my patient, bruh.
Still haven't got a sip yet.
And you won't.
And you won't.
You better go to another fountain.
Come on, bro. Let me just get a sippy quickie.
Nah, we gonna
He's
treat
a sipping quickie.
Nah, bro, we gonna treat this shit like segregation in Alabama. You gonna have to
God damn. And the channel band comes in 3, 2.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
You know, out of everyone in this game who I thought would get us channel banned, it was like Isa was not on the top of my list.
Who was?
My top 3 was in fact JR 3 times.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's
accurate.
fair. I'm sorry, Swanee. I'll stop.
That is a pure. How do you get that? Okay. So, Irina kind of just shakes a little bit, just a little disgusted at having been handled that way. Isaac rights himself and. Alright. If. Let's just go. We can go back to the Burgermaster's home. And he seems kind of defeated, but just makes his way back over to the Burgermaster's home.
On the way over, Arthos is going to pointedly stand between Isaac and Irina.
So, Isaac, Irina, and Arthos make their way. Oh my god. Sorry, that scared me. So, you all make your way over to the Burgermaster's home, and he takes you not into the home, but around it, where you see a small hut you could assume would be a servant's home. He opens the door, steps in, and Irina goes to step in, and then she stops. I shouldn't walk into your home without an invitation. Neither of us should. And she's like linking arms with Arthos. And Isaac just, yes, please come in, whatever, both of you, whatever. I don't care.
Can I misconstrue that as an invitation for me later?
No.
Arthur's is gonna like move towards the door, but like gesture for Irene to go first so he can still keep eyes on her.
So she walks in, and it's a very small place. When I say small, it's as soon as you walk in, you see the bed, and a typical commoner's home. There are no rooms. This is the only room.
Mm.
And there's a table with 2 chairs there, and you see on the walls, almost from floor to ceiling, there are dolls. And you can see the first doll, the style of it was very poorly made. And as it progresses with each doll, it gets better and better until you see a dirty doll that looks very, very similar to Irina.
Mm.
You see that there is space for more dolls, but at the present, this is the only one that is there. And he looks around and, please make yourself at home. He just sits down. Irina sits and just, get to the point, Isaac. What is it that you need? And he looks over at you, Isa, just a little uncomfortable. Or
You mean
Arthos.
Arthos?
Yeah, Arthos. He looks over at you, Arthos, and just a little uncomfortable, and it's like, look, I don't know how to explain this to you, but you are my sister. I... You and... Oh, okay, no, she's good. You and I were born here, in Vallaki. Our father and our uncle, they went fishing. They brought me along with them. We... We all went, and he kind of like pauses as he's trying to think again. You went with us. And as we were heading back from Lake Zarovich, a direwolf attacked. It got me, and he gestures to his arm. It tore my arm off. I was dying. You were afraid and you ran. You kept running. We couldn't find you. Not after that day. I guess I suppressed the memories. I was terrified of what had happened, what was to come, and I forgot. But I kept seeing you. You were always on my mind. Just, I see you in my dreams. Please say something.
How does Irina look like she's taking it?
And Irina's sitting there just... She looks like she's trying to process what he's saying. And then you can also see that look of, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Irina just, how did you come into the service of the Burgermaster? Our parents died after you left. Mother first died of a heartache. Father shortly after, while hunting. I stayed with our uncle, and he died as well. I I started I started to hurt the other children in town. They mocked me every day for being an orphan, for missing an arm. And he picks up his arm, and you see him kind of stretching his fingers and moving them around. The Burgermaster, he found out about me killing the other children. And he pardoned me. He said that my actions were inexcusable, but that I could redeem myself. And as such, I've been in his service ever since. One day I woke up from drinking too much at the inn, and I saw that I had a new arm. And now that you're looking at it much closer, you can see that the arm itself is... It seems to match him, but it's almost grayish in color and has spines growing off of it. The nails are elongated, they are very sharp, almost bestial in nature. Then he snaps his fingers, and you see fire forming in his hand. I don't know how I came to obtain this arm. I must have taken some sort of deal with some devil. I'm not entirely certain. But I know that I'm here. And the only thing I've ever wanted in my life was to find you. And he goes to reach for her with his bestial arm. And Irina moves back, almost disgusted. And Arthos, you can see that when she does that, Isaac looks hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he nods and puts his hand back down to his side. You're free to leave. I just wanted to tell you that. I'm sorry. And he looks at both of you now. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. And Irina, she says nothing. And she gets up, looks at you, Arthos, and makes her way out of the building.
when she passes by him, like he's gonna give her a second to walk past towards the door, and then he's gonna follow her.
When the two of you step outside, the door just slowly swings shut. And Irina kind of spares Izik one more look before the door shuts completely. And she turns and looks back at you. That was a whole lot of bullshit. Anyways, should we go find the others?
Yeah, it seemed like it was. I at least give him some points for a creative story.
Story or
We can go
not.
find the others if you want.
Story or not, he wasted our time.
Well, at least he didn't try anything untoward you, so at least not this time.
And she kind of nods, like, that's true. And heads off. The rest of
I'm gonna.
Mhm.
I'm gonna mentally ping Wilhelm, just kind of let him know we're done.
Okay. The rest of you kind of just standing around after this happened and they walked off. Klaus, you would have reached everybody as Arthos and Irina walked off. The conversation took, I'd say, about 20-ish minutes.
The entire time Klaus is like high alert, waiting for Ernest to come back.
Do you want the good news or the bad news? I don't think he's coming back.
But if he does come back, that would be pretty cool, I think. I can give him a present, you know?
What, his life?
Well, shit, maybe.
Congratulations, you won. You get to keep both your kneecaps.
So,
I don't know, bro. Klaus has got a lot to offer to someone who likes to watch and listen to things.
Wilhelm, as you get pinged that the conversation is over, all of you see out of the corner of your eye somebody slowly approaching.
I swear to God, if it's this fucking guy again.
And it's the man.
Holy shit. He came back!
Ernest, you came back, buddy.
I have a
knew
question.
I could count on you.
Is his last name Hemingway?
Really?
No.
Just wondering.
You're fired, JR.
So, he looks at all of you and nods and takes, reaches into his, the vest and pulls out a letter. And he hands it over to you, Klaus.
He'll take the letter with a nod. Open it up, see what it says.
It says, you can kill him. You're not getting anything from me.
And you see that the letter says, you are cordially invited to a dinner with Lady Fiona Watcher.
Oh. Guys, it turns out Lady Watcher isn't like a pseudonym. Her name is actually Fiona Watcher.
What?
A bit
Okay.
on the nose, but I guess that works.
I mean, hell, if you already have the name for it.
Oh, also, we are invited to a dinner.
Ah,
I love dinner invitations.
A bit too much.
Is there a time and date, or is it just come whenever you want?
He, Ernest tells you that the invitation is for tonight.
Where is the Watcher estate?
Um, and he gestures down one of the streets. Just, you can't see the home, but he gestures down that way. I will pick you up this evening. Will you be staying at the Burgomaster's home?
That seems like the best place for me. So yes, I will likely be there.
Understood. We will. I will pick you up this evening.
Now,
And
Ernest,
yes,
before you go, I promised you a little present for helping us out, didn't I?
I don't want anything from you, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I guess I'll just keep this gold to myself.
You do that.
I will.
You see him turning to walk away, and then he pauses and looks at you. Where did you get the gold anyway? I thought you were broke.
I was, and then I had a. Listen, he gave it to me, okay? He's rich. I
Wilhelm
don't-
was listening in, hoping he was about to hear something like, "Friend of mine, give me some money."
Like, he's rich. He gave me a fucking platinum piece. I don't know why he's just throwing money around like it's nobody's business. He can absolutely hear me right now. I do not care.
You gotta realize, man, I started from the bottom, but now I'm here. The inspiration. My birthday inspiration might be taken away.
Yeah, he nods, just okay, and gives you all a nod and walks off.
See, I told you Ernest was reliable.
Not gonna lie, really surprised he came back.
perhaps there might be something to this Fiona Watcher.
Of course he came back. It's Ernest, my guy. Ernest. He'd never leave us hanging. A
Right.
good buddy, Ernest.
You literally just met that man this morning.
And I've threatened him with a knife at least 3 times at this point. You get to know somebody after that.
You know, Wilhelm actually, looks at you and he's like, I actually understand that sentiment. Maybe we're not so different, you and I.
Oh my god.
So, what are you all going to be doing until this evening?
Anything that doesn't involve going near, blue water?
What do you mean? It's a perfect place to go. You can bring all your friends. Can have a fun time, young man.
Bet you could. I bet you could.
No.
I was just actually going to find a private room.
Prohibit Lydia.
I knew that was coming.
I can't. Can I just play the game? Can I?
Yes, you can play the game. You can play the game.
Can I just play the game without this
without you trying to make this into some sort of MILF dating sim? Can I? Swanee, is that allowed?
No.
I thought she would help you. Oh man, you're doomed.
Is this the
Well,
part where I
looks
just
like you.
is this the part where I just concede and just fuck Lydia now? Is this what
Well,
is that what you
looks
want?
like you're gonna have to fill your relationship track with Lydia.
God damn. I just
If
want
you
to
buy
fuck.
her gifts, it makes the minigame easier.
Bro, this isn't fucking Persona.
I actually don't even get that reference.
Isaac will find a private room for himself.
And his thoughts of Lydia. Just leave it be, dude. Leave it be.
Just keep going, man. Just bulldoze past it and ignore it.
So I can have a moment of silence.
Move your thoughts about Lydia.
I
God damn it!
want to talk to the black staff. God damn it.
I bet you do.
About your thoughts about Lydia. I can't even. I can't keep going.
Oh, it's terrible.
Can we get out of Barovia now?
Can we bring Lydia?
No. Shut the fuck up.
You can't bring Lydia because he already has a woman back in Aes'Taldon.
Not for long.
So what you're trying to say is he's got hoes in different area codes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna murder all of you. Just wait until I get another radiant damage spell, you fucks. I'm gonna burn all of you. Just wait for that fucking crit, and I'm gonna max damage that shit, and it's bye-bye. No more fucking Wilhelm.
Oh god. But
So
yes.
can I find a private room so I can talk to the black staff, please?
A private room like at the inn because you guys have rented all of the rooms.
Sure. You know what? Absolutely. In fact, that's preferable because I feel like if I find a private room in the fucking estate for the burgomaster, they're gonna have shit to say. So yeah.
By all means, if you want to use that room, I mean, you can use that room.
Stop talking, Jr. Stop talking, Jr.
Yeah, so you actually make your way in. You head into the room that Love and Lux were staying in. As you know, that is a single room.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the edge of the bed and kind of rub my temples for a moment and kind of gather myself before bringing the black staff in front of me and kind of focusing on it so I can speak to it telepathically.
Okay. Hello?
I'm not sure what to call you other than black staff. I can't confide in anyone else at the moment.
What is it you need to discuss?
Everything is happening so quickly, and I am trying to navigate things as best I can. Have I been doing the right thing?
I would not be with you if you were not.
I don't know. It's just everything and the group and trying to figure out how to raise a daughter, and it doesn't even feel like she's a child at this point, and I don't know how to approach this.
What daughter?
My daughter, Love.
Again, I repeat the question. What daughter?
What do you mean? She was made from my blood.
I do not sense kinship with her.
What do you mean you don't sense any kinship?
She is not of your blood.
Then, then whose blood is she made from?
That I do not know.
But you don't sense any of my essence or anything in her.
No, I do not.
Oh, I see. Um, thank you.
Can we just talk about the fact how Isa is using the literal black staff as his personal therapist right now?
Because he can't trust any of you fucks with personal therapy.
You could definitely trust
Shut the
me.
fuck up. Shut up, JR.
I'll tell you about all the evil things
Shut
you
up,
could do
JR. Shut up, JR. Just stop talking.
to Lydia.
Every time you open your mouth, it's something worse than the last. But yes, he's going to kind of cease his momentary telepathic connection with the Black Staff and go to meet up with the rest. Very perturbed and kind of a lot more silent and kind of out of it.
All he needed to do was release some stress.
In before with Lydia.
So the rest of you, while Isa was discussing with the black staff, what were you all doing?
Hmm.
No one's gonna go into the inn and see if Danica is especially busy at the moment.
You walk in. You notice it's pretty much a lull right now.
He'll go up to her and see if she has a moment to talk.
And when you approach her, she nods. Yes, of course, please.
I was I couldn't help but think about what was mentioned yesterday about what the others are able to do. And he's kind of gesturing up into the air. That you're able to do as well. Is that what I remember?
Yes.
Could you tell me more about that? If now is a good time.
Of course. I am what one would call a were-raven. Not really much else to say on that. It's very similar to a werewolf. I turn into a raven. My family has always been were-ravens, as far as I can tell. We turn people only if they request it. There are very few instances where we turn people against their will.
What do those reasons usually be?
If they're dying and we have no other way to save them.
Ah, that makes sense. Is there a downside?
Silver.
All silver?
All silver.
I guess that explains his allergy. Um. Is it a painful process, or
It can be. Though, honestly, that depends on the person.
just their physical or just willingness?
Both.
If someone wanted to turn, how long would that take? What is involved?
A simple bite. And a good night rest.
That sounds far too easy.
There are more painful ways to go about it, though I would not recommend it.
Just gonna kind of sit there for a moment and then I'll say, thank you for sharing. It does sound kind of interesting. I might need some time to think about it, though.
You take all the time you need. It's not like I'm going anywhere. If you find yourself wanting this and you are no longer in Valaki, she reaches up into her hair where you see the feathers poking out of her bun, and she pulls one out and hands it to you. Call upon one of the were-ravens out in Barovia. Show them the feather. Let them know that I have allowed it, and they will be more than happy to assist you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. And he'll probably by that time he'll see that Isa's walking back down, so
Mm-hmm.
he'll say, might have to go now. Might be back.
And she nods once more. Nods at you, Isa, as you are making your way out.
Yep.
The rest of you, standing outside, you hear somebody kind of whispering towards you. Psst, psst, hey, hey, come here.
Klaus would be like halfway through a cigar at this point, so he just sort of turns his head and, without a second thought, begins to wander over.
Yeah, I'll follow Klaus. Hopefully this guy's got some sundials for sale.
As you make your way down, you do see Rictavio standing at the end of the alleyway. Well, what do we have here? He's looking at you, Klaus, looking at you, Wilhelm. Arthos, are you with them or no?
Yep.
He's my spuddy.
He looks over at the two of you, and then he turns and looks at you, Arthos, and you can see that wonder that he had yesterday. And you, my darling man.
Why are there so many fucking perverts in Velofi? Blackie, whatever this pissant town is called.
I know nothing about the pervert, but
Wilhelm through the link is gonna feel Arthur's be very uncomfortable. Like, I kind of just want to kill this guy. He makes me uncomfortable. I want to kill him.
I take a particular interest in things that aren't normal, in layman's terms. And you three are not normal. In fact, I don't think anyone in your party is.
I think we're all quite normal.
Well, that depends on your perception of normal. In my eyes, things like this are completely benign and uneventful. Yeah, maybe he's a bit fucking weird. He kind of like nods his head to Arthur's. But you know, everything else is a bit par for the course, really. Takes another puff of his cigar.
Arthur just kind of like shrugs, does that like, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of gesture.
I think the abnormal one is Octavia going, looking at Arthas going, my darling man.
Yeah, right. I agree with Klaus. He's the pervert here. Freaking weirdo.
I feel uncomfortable. Stranger danger.
Now. You say that, but here in Barovia, what the two of you are, gesturing towards Wilhelm and Klaus, that's actually quite normal. Relatively speaking, but normal nonetheless. An oddity, I will admit, to be roaming about so freely. But you, he looks over at you, Arthos. I can tell you are something unique entirely. Just I've never come across someone like you before. Please tell me, if you don't mind, of course. What are you?
He's honestly gonna shrug and look to Wilhelm because he's still like fairly newly changed and he doesn't know jack shit about it really. So he's looking at Wilhelm like, I don't know shit. Little help here.
Well, he's just like me. Just he was a bit different when I changed him, both before and after. Very similar before to our one of our other party members. Honestly, I've never met someone like him before either. He might be the only one of his kind.
And as I'm newly turned, I don't fully know much either.
You. That's interesting. That is definitely interesting. I do apologize if I'm coming off as odd. Force of nature, I suppose. He looks at the three of you again and. Well, I suppose I should drop the act. And he clears his throat. You see him stand a little straighter, a little more proper this time. Yes, hello. Please, it is a pleasure to meet you all. You can call me Van Richten.
Oh,
Rictavio is
hey.
a stage name.
Oh, hey, you're the guy with the book with the cool races in. Wow.
Van
I've read
Van
all
Richt.
about you in Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, now available wherever you get your books, I suppose. Thanks,
What kind
wizard.
So what kind of ad revenue are you
Oh
getting
man.
off of this one?
None, but it's a good look for the future.
It
Oh my
is.
God.
But yeah, he just kind of introduces himself. His wild mannerisms kind of fading away.
Almost like the true him is coming out.
Basically,
Adon.
I
Coming to a theater near you.
travel different lands and I hunt creatures.
Different lands. What do you mean by that?
Well, I can assure you that I am not from Barovia.
So you know how to get out.
uh, no.
God
Dang
fucking
it.
damn it.
See, if I knew how to get out, I wouldn't be here right now.
I can understand that. Though currently we're searching for someone who's quite a bit more normal. I'm looking for a young woman named Nikita. She looks like a woman that's been traveling with us, Irina, but with a brighter red shade of hair.
Oh, well, I apologize. I have yet to come across someone like that.
And when you say you hunt monsters, you don't mean like us, correct?
All types of monsters.
I mean, you have to remember, So people like him, people like us are monsters, you know?
And he kind of like, exactly.
But I'm not a monster. I'm quite civilized.
Tell that to one of the peasants in Valaki, whatever. Why are all of the towns in this fucked up place just so weirdly named?
Oh, you think that's weird? You should go to Kresik.
Bless you.
What the fuck did you just say about
What
you
fucking
bitch?
bless you! Oh God. That was so well done.
I hate everything about this.
I'll have you know that Kessing is a lovely place, if not a little bit militant. Now, the Ulvenwald, now that's a good place.
No. Wilhelm's gonna be looking at Ratavi, but you aren't going to be attempting to hunt us by any chance, are you?
No, no, of course not. You are far more civilized than the other creatures that I've met.
Hmm. Yes, we encountered a few of them ourselves last night. The coven here seems to be quite animalistic.
That's an understatement.
You know what really fucks me off about this place, Van Richten?
Hmm.
My people are working with their people in a joyful harmony. What? How does that happen? In what fucked up reality would that ever occur? This place is backwards.
I don't like the way you said my people and our people. What you mean our people?
Bruh.
You know what I mean.
Well, what I can tell you is uh, those with your affliction are more or less servants to those with his affliction.
Seems fair.
You shut your whole mouth, Wilhelm.
I saw that coming.
Oh God. I don't understand why we can't just get along, man. Hmm. How long have you been stuck here?
One moment. And he pulls out a book. And you see him flipping through, and you see notes in there. And then he goes to another page, and you see there's a bunch of tick marks on there. And then he flips, keeps flipping. He probably goes through about 6 pages. I stopped counting at 3 years.
You've been here for 3 years and haven't been able to find a way to leave.
Sadly, no.
What ways have you attempted?
I've walked through the fog, I've talked to the Vistana, I've even acquisitioned Lord Strahd himself.
And I'm guessing he deemed not to help you.
He said that it was not his concern.
Hmm.
And then he attempted to kill me. And so I ran away.
Ah. You see, we have a dinner reservation with Strahd, and I was going to invite you to come along, but I guess that would be very poor of a decision, or a very poor decision on your part.
That it would be. Lord Strahd and I are not on the best of terms.
You know, actually, where is Irina at this point?
Irina would have walked off towards the tavern, so she would have probably been with Isa and Noman right now.
You know, Strahd apparently has his eye on a young woman we escorted here. I'm wondering if you might know more about that, since you've been here longer than we have.
The redhead that you are traveling with.
Yes. Her name's Miss Irina. I spoke of her earlier.
Yes, I have heard of her. We've all heard of her. It's no secret that Lord Strahd fancies her. He's attempted to take her as one of his brides, and she's refused on many occasions.
She seems quite spirited. I don't think she'd like to be tied down. So I'm guessing her refusal has been met with force at this point?
From what I've heard, the village of Barovia has been under constant attack due to her unwillingness to surrender to his wants and needs. And then he kind of shrugs a bit. It's like, I don't know why she would say no. I mean, to become the wife of a lord, all of her wants and needs met. It makes no sense.
Maybe her heart's not in it.
You
Or-
said he tried to kill you. I wouldn't imagine she would want to be anywhere near someone like that.
Oh.
Over a small inconvenience.
I may have tried to kill him. So, there's that.
Oh, yeah, you left that little bit out. Slight
That might have been
info.
important to tell us. That's a really important piece of information.
It's not really necessary. It's not really necessary. I mean, he's alive. I'm alive. I mean, he's alive in theory, but you know.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
alive.
I can tell you quite assuredly, I'm alive. And if he has my same affliction, he is alive.
In theory, yes.
You sound... Have you ever heard of the Church of Iron?
The Church of Iron, the one in Aes'Taldon, correct?
Yes, that exact one.
Yes, I've run across them a couple of times.
You wouldn't happen to be a member.
A member? Gods no. No.
Okay, I was just wanting to make sure, because the whole in theory thing sounded quite familiar to their rhetoric.
No. I am unable to join their ranks, even if I did wish to. And he moves his hair from his ears, and now you see that he has short, pointed ears.
Well, they won't let you in because you've got a birth defect and your ears are long. Is that what it is?
He said birth defect, and I'm just gonna look over that
Yeah.
motherfucker like, are you for real right now?
Aren't Wilhelm's ears pointed?
Yes!
Yeah.
A birth defect!
Oh, look, you two are you're like twinsies, you know? You've both got the weird ear thing.
The weird ear thing.
Sir, where did you say you were from again?
Kessig. Close enough, anyway.
Keswick. I would take it you don't have elves there.
I don't know what that is.
This does where you hail from remind you of Barovia?
You know, it's quite similar. But this place is a lot more. It's a bit more shit. I'm going to be honest.
I love his honesty. It's a bit more shit.
That being said, haven't run into a Hydra yet, so we're doing well.
Is that a common thing where you're from?
Oh, there are Hydras all over the Elven world. They just roam around and eat things.
Sounds wonderful.
And you said Keswick, and he's flipping through his book, puts it away and grabs another one. That wouldn't have to happen to be anywhere near Innistrad, would it?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Ah, yes. I passed through there. Didn't really spend much time in. Too many vampires.
There are quite a few.
I did take a nice stroll through Breakneck Ride. I'm quite certain you're aware of that place. The crossway, though, was pretty dangerous. I don't know how you will deal with it.
Well, that's the thing. We deal with the crossroad.
Ah. Well.
I think that's Oh, I can't remember which pack claims that territory. But yeah, no, that's Lycan territory. So it would be a bit dangerous for you to be riding through there unless you've got a fast horse and a steady heart.
Oh, I most definitely have a fast horse, and he turns, and you see the cart is nearby. My darling girl. Here, she's one of the fastest horses.
She's a pretty thing.
Oh, yes, most definitely. One of the sweetest.
You see, that's where my people and the vampires, we appreciate nature and all of her gifts, whether it's for hunting, riding, or company. And that horse, definitely a gift of nature.
Drusilla is most definitely a gift. And he looks over to the horse, who paying no mind to him. As he turns to look at the horse, you all see and hear the cart, like something bangs on the inside, and the whole cart rattles. The horse kind of whinnies a bit, but settles down. Yeah, excuse me, I need to attend to something. It was lovely to meet you all again. Please do be careful when you go visit Strahd.
Noted.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Hopefully we'll see you on the other side.
Yes, hopefully. Oh,
Uh,
here, something for you all. A gift. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out 3 gold cards and he hands them to you.
And these are...
They are tickets of possibilities. In case
What?
you ever want to Don't tell anyone. I don't really have many of them these days, but these grant you a power, if you will, to change who you are. Change what you are.
Hmm.
Should the need arise, of course.
Change how?
And he hands you the card, and it's in a writing language that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're holding it, the text begins to kind of shift, and these runic symbols turn into the Aes'Taldon alphabet, allowing you to read it better. The ticket. Oh gosh, sorry, the baby just stabbed me.
I
The
mean, that's
I love the
ticket.
casual statement of that.
It's in the blood.
I mean, hey, what do you think she gets it from?
True.
It's in the bone.
It's in the bone.
Oh my god.
The ticket, you can see. Basically, it's telling you that you have the ability to change your race or your class indefinitely.
Oh, wait, are all of us there to
No,
see us getting
you.
it, or is just those
No,
two?
it's just though. It's just them.
Okay.
Are you saying I could not be a vampire?
Uh, yes.
Huh. Be pretty
And this
interesting.
is permanent.
Permanent, yes. I mean, unless you have a wish spell or something to undo it, but yes, permanent.
By any chance, could I hand this off to anyone else?
Yes, by all means, but don't tell them where you got it from.
All right. Seems fair.
Hmm.
I already know who's getting mine.
It's like, well, you all have a lovely day.
Yeah, you
And
too.
he
Oh,
makes his way onto the cart.
before you go,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you haven't been in a while, but if you ever find yourself back on Innistrad, avoid the Somber World. Just avoid it. There are things in there that are not meant to be seen. It'll drive you mad, it will. And he just takes another puff of his cigar, puts the card in his pocket, and is like, if he tips a hat that doesn't really exist. Just like, when you like gesture just tipping a hat as like a goodbye, but you don't actually have a hat on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Yeah, he
say
kind of does that.
You say that, and he's just like, you know what? You're just tempting me now.
By all means. Could be fun. Could be incredibly dangerous. I wonder if I could get Strahd to like take this card and then be like, hey, have you ever thought about being a human? And he'd be like, maybe I have. And then you'll just become a human and then I can just stab him in the fucking neck.
That would be freaking a very dope way to end it.
But yeah, you see him reaching to the side of the cart, and you see him pulling out a cooked, very very large piece of wolf steak, and he opens up the top hatch of the carriage and drops it in, and you all hear this loud snarling sound from inside the cart, shaking a bit.
What in the world do you have in there?
Mm, my beautiful, beautiful, darling tiger.
You have a tiger in there?
A saber-tooth tiger, to be exact.
A saber-tooth tiger.
Yes.
You just Keep a
Have they
saber.
ever heard of anything like a saber-toothed tiger?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Arthas is looking at Rictavio like, what the hell is a saber-toothed tiger?
I'm currently envisioning a tiger with cavalry sabers attached to its hands. Or attached to its mouth, sorry.
What the hell is a tiger?
You're all asking, and Rictavio just sits on the edge or the roof of the caravan and just kind of like sighs heavily. Then he waves his arms, and you see kind of like a cloud forming, and the cloud begins to shift and mold into the form of a saber-toothed tiger, and it looks like it's prowling about. Like, this is a saber-toothed tiger. It is not from
The-
this land. I'm not entirely sure where it came from. I received it from a man who travels. He has a bag, and his name starts with a B. Barry. Bartholomew.
Barney.
Barney, yes, Barney. Yes, I got this from him.
How did I know?
Oh, you're
Barney
familiar with
is. I do know Barney. He is a wonderful person, but he's quite a character. Very unique.
That's an understatement.
I recently, well, somewhat recently, helped him regain his proper, I assume, form, body. And we've just kind of run into him since. He's currently in Aes'Taldon.
Really? Well, if you ever do run across him again, please do tell him I said hi, and thank you for the tiger, though I was not aware it was going to get this large.
How big was it when you got it?
It was a kitten. He said it wasn't going to get any larger than a house cat. And as
What
he says
kind
that, the
of
cart
house?
shakes again.
That's quite a large house cat.
Oh, that bitch Clifford.
Yes, well. It's all right. It's all right. She's not a problem. She's very well trained and very tame. A little fearful of others, and that's about it. Don't worry about it. It's at this point you all hear Irina shouting for you guys.
Oh. Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna be like, oh, seems we have to go, and I'm just gonna wander off.
Arthos is gonna like hang back just a little bit to like let the others start walking off. Provided if Klaus is gonna walk off.
Yeah, Klaus will wander off.
He's gonna look up to Rictavio, or I guess Van Richten. Thank you for this. Some things I would like to discuss with you. If you have any other further questions or anything, I could show you a little bit more about my nature, but that would be at a later time. Come find me later.
Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
You can generally find me at the Burgermaster's house.
Oh, I probably can't go to the Burgermaster's home. He doesn't like me very much.
I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore. He seems to have tragically died by some mysterious attack.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, it's what a shame. Anyways, come find me. Have a good night.
You too.
He's gonna start walking off to catch up with the others.
So, the others, Isa and Nomen.
Yes.
Irina has approached the two of you, having separated from Arthos. She is standing outside of the tavern, and she just looks really kind of just upset now. Like, You can see that the comic stare she had near Arthos is kind of like faded. And she walks up and just immediately looks at the two of you. Just, can you believe the nerve of that man? Claim I'm his sister? I don't even know that. I can't be related to an abomination like that.
Of all the weirder things that I've seen in Barovia, that is on the lesser scale, and probably more plausible than most things.
And it's not like he was born that way. But we may be biased. Looking over at Isa.
Wary eye.
Suspicious.
Regardless, he drags me into an alley, yells at me, claiming that I'm his sister, tells me there's a long sob story, and expects me to open my arms and accept him as a brother, if he is what he claims to be.
What would you do in that situation then?
I'd stab him.
If you were in his shoes, not if you...
My statement stands. I would stab him. Or if it were me, if I were him, I would stab myself and end this misery.
Jesus.
Damn.
She's hardcore, man.
She'd love the church.
But if it is true, isn't that something that you would wish to find out? Your real past before...
Why would it matter? I've lived a good life.
Hmm.
I had a father and a mother who cared for me. I had a brother. I have a brother.
That is true.
Didn't think nothing
I'm
more
wondering
of
if
it.
the DM was foreshadowing right there.
Didn't think nothing more of it. Just move on.
Just because he wanted to meet you doesn't mean you should have needed to meet him. If he actually cares for you like he says he does, then I'm hoping at this point we were walking up, right?
No, this was while you guys were having that conversation.
What if, right?
Damn it,
And
what
hear me
if?
out, because this is crazy. But what if the redhead bitch you are looking for is actually his sister, and not Irina?
What? But yeah, we're not there apparently. I was hoping we were walking
No.
up when all this was going on. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
You confused me, you madman.
I'm sorry, I was being rude. I'm gone. Bye.
The way I see it, what's done is done, and none of it really matters.
Yeah, whether it's the truth or not, there's only as much as you want to put into it.
I suppose you're right.
Let's just move to meet up with the others. It's been a long day.
And she nods and walks in the direction that she last saw Arthos heading down, calling out for you guys. that's when you all meet up together. By this point, it's probably mid-afternoon. I suppose we should get ready. Well, you all should. I'm not attending that dinner. You should all get ready for your dinner with a Lady Watcher.
Who told you about the dinner with Lady Watcher?
Repeat?
Who told you about the dinner with Lady Watcher?
Oh yeah, she wasn't there, was she?
Yeah, she wasn't there.
Excuse that.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, my shame's over. The DM has also shamed herself.
Oh yeah, because she said because Klaus got that message as we were walking off, not coming back,
yeah,
right?
that's why I got
Yep.
messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what
Not
I was
me.
thinking. Okay.
You fool! I've defeated you already.
Oh
I know your tricks.
my.
I know all your moves, Sonya.
But yeah, she just tells you like, is there anything else we need to do this evening?
Well, funnily enough, we have a dinner with Lady Watcher.
Another dinner date.
With Lady
Yes, another dinner date.
Get to have a taste of the town.
Who all is invited?
You will have a shit-eating grin when you say that.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ.
That question
He's
was
not
addressed to
here.
Klaus.
Sorry?
That question was addressed to Klaus. Who all is invited to this dinner?
I don't know. He'll look at the note and just see if there's like actually
There's no
like a
names.
limit.
Threatening strangers.
Yeah, there's no name on it. But it's safe to assume that this individual has been following all of you. So it is more than likely addressed to all of you. Seeing
Yeah,
as they don't know your names, it
Yeah.
would be difficult to put your names on there.
I mean, there's no names on here, so I'm guessing it's just all of us, really. Everyone.
I'll be
Oh.
sitting this dinner out.
And
It
Irina
could be a nice
nods.
dinner.
Irina nods like, I have no reason to attend.
I mean, honestly, considering I did threaten her little bird twice with a knife, I don't think this dinner's gonna go very well, so it's probably a good idea you don't come along.
Are you going to be fine here with Isaac in such close proximity? Seeing as how he's already tried to do something very
I'll
strange once.
just kick him in the nuts again, that worked the first time, right? Oh, Klaus wasn't there, shit.
You activated my trap card!
Y'all are fucking up tonight.
You know, actually, if you think about it, Isa's gonna be there with her, and as long as he doesn't get distracted, he should be fine. I mean, she should be fine.
And why the
Well-
fuck would he get distracted?
Lydia.
Why would you even ask?
Why would you even say that, man?
If it wasn't me, someone was gonna say it.
Hey, let's be fair. There's also Victor there. You know, he could be a very helpful mentor, father figure for the guy.
So
Stepbrother.
just walks up to
Get those
Victor
brownie
like,
points.
Isa just walks up to Victor like, "Hey kid, I'm gonna be your new stepdad."
Victor doesn't even want to.
And you're gonna help me.
Victor doesn't even want to think about parenthood right now.
But then you would have a kid.
Or Isa doesn't want to think about parenthood right
Damn, no man. Totally fucking
Damn.
That
nut shot right
cold.
there.
Savage.
God dang! I
I'm
never
sorry.
thought I'd see the day when Ryan hit somebody that low.
I'm so
God.
glad that none of us is in character because like Noman is already on some weird ass thin ice with Isa right now as is.
Yeah, cause that'd have been a problem.
Hey, he's been nothing but honest.
Shut the fuck up.
It's been nothing but honest. You know the sad part is, I've been waiting to drop that bombshell on you this whole time.
That's fucked up. That's
I'm kind of
What?
surprised Ryan got to it first, to be honest.
Wilhelm knew this whole time, and I was just waiting for you to like say some out of pocket shit to Wilhelm, and Wilhelm just be like, well, "You know what? That's not even your daughter."
oh, he'd actually like try to slit your fucking throat for that.
I bet he would.
That's not some shit. That's not some shit you play around with.
Oh god.
Like you can talk about Isa all you want, but don't bring his fucking don't bring the child into this. That's
Bring his
I
son
know, I
daughter
know.
into this.
Yeah, don't bring his daughter.
Fuck the fuck up, Ian.
Now the question is, what kind of character are we gonna see out of Isaac? I'm gonna wait for the good, bad, and epic to say that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. But yeah, so we're actually gonna call it here.
oh, I realize what time it is now.
Right on fucking time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in. You can catch us not this week coming up, probably the week after that, which is going to be the 29th. You can catch us on the 29th for the continuation of Curse of Strahd. So please stick around, we're going to do a raid. Bye.